Hey there. I needed a moment in the garden. I needed a moment to relieve myself of the stress and anxiety that just sometimes comes with life. We are in the waiting period of transition and of our lives and of our dreams. We're kind of just waiting, just like we're waiting on these plants to grow. We're waiting. And from experience of watching the waiting periods in my life, I know that it can be beautiful and it can be amazing, and great things can come from the waiting period. It does not make the waiting period any easier. We have 4 kids. We are an established core fundamental family, and we can't do all the things that we want to do because we don't own our home. And we eventually want to have chickens and want to have a lot more land, and we have all of these amazing dreams, and we're stuck at the moment. And that's okay. This is where we're supposed to be right now, and we're in a position where we just need to stay put and take care of a couple of ducks and get those ducks in a row, and then we can get the things that we want and be in another position of our life. But it is hard, and especially for renters right now, and how much renting costs, it's very frustrating to be in this position and know how much I pay in rent to rent a home, to not be able to do all the things I want to do, and know that if I had that credit to get the home loan, to get the home, my home payment would be substantially less than what I pay in rent. So how do I find that money to fix the credit, to get the home, to have a lower payment when I'm paying a ginormous payment? It's very frustrating. So God bless you, God bless your family, and God bless your pocketbook if you're in the same renting position that I am. And maybe this is just our time to learn how we like to garden and how we like to do things before we have a place where we can bury stuff in our own soil. So let me take you on a quick walkthrough of the things that we're growing and the things that bring us joy, because this is a moment in time where I had to kind of walk away from the thoughts that were inside the house of what's going on, and I just need to look around and see all the beauty that we are creating from the one that created us. This begonia has absolutely taken off. It is loving life up here on the front porch. It gets that indirect sunlight, which, I mean, the way the shadows are moving, you'd think the sun is just to the right, but it's actually not. So it really, really loves a shady spot where it gets a little bit of extra light. My super beautiful red leaf is really thinking about opening up. I'm so excited. Like I said before, this plant I got for Mother's Day had red leaves all over it, and then they died and never came back, and now it's coming back, so it just tells me it's happy. Our purple queen is rocking it. I'm not sure why they fold in like this. I don't really think they're supposed to do that. I think they're supposed to be big and gorgeous like this. But this was a clearance item plant, $3 at the local nursery. We saved it, and it's beautiful. And then the super sweet lavender It was purchased at Walmart as just a tiny little plant. We put it in a pot on the porch and it grew really fast. All of these, it grew really fast and then started dying. So I did some research, and lavender loves to be dry. That's at least what I had read. And we put it in our super sandy soil here, and it's bounced back. I'm so happy it's bounced back. Lavender has been on my list to have for a long time, and now I have it. This is my worm farm. A video will be coming soon about my worm farm and how they're doing. My daisy bush is not very happy at the moment. It had 2 pieces over here that died. We snipped them. Now it's doing the same thing here. I don't know what's up with it. But over here is happy. And then my money tree has exploded. My money has not, but my money tree has. I need to trim it up. A neighbor gave us these cement blocks and we put our fig tree on it. You can see we've got 1 fig that's starting to turn colors. We already had one that started to turn colors, and Sweet Mike was so excited about them, and then a bird or a squirrel or a rabbit, something came the next day and took a bite out of it. Must have decided it didn't like it and just left it. It was a very sad morning. We are in giant debate on whether or not there's potatoes doing anything in here. We've got this one, and then if you can see, that bag is also potatoes. We're really thinking about just dumping them. They should have shoots or something coming up by now. I think it's just too hot. Experiment, and we'll find out soon what happened to them. I'll update you on that. It is very hot here in South Carolina. It's been over 100 degrees, heat index like over 105 almost every day this week. The house can't keep up. We're 80 degrees inside our home. So these poor plants, they look hot too. Our pepper plant here, I'll get out of the way so you can see. The leaves are turning a little yellow. Mike is thinking it's nutrients, thinks it needs more nitrogen in its life. He wants to add some stuff to it. I, of course, am not wanting to, but they're his babies, so he can do what he wants. I'd like to be able to harvest the worm castings and add that, or make a worm tea and add it, but it might be a little soon to harvest my worm castings. Hello. Cayenne peppers that still have not turned red. So we're just waiting. We're not going to do anything to it. We're just going to let it do its thing. Lots of pepper plants. We have started taking cuttings of things. If they work, I'll do a video on how well they're working out. We're trying to make some peach trees off of this ginormous peach tree that loves life and really wishes she could grow her peaches, but it needs to be pruned. It's got way too many peaches on there. I'm sure you can see them. But we cannot prune the peach tree because we are renters. Lots of plants. We've been picking peaches off of it. We're gonna harvest the seeds. Crazy ghost peppers. I am just loving our garden setup out here. For being renters, having things in grow bags, trying to figure out how to make space for everything. I really think it's just coming together slowly. We can move everything around the way we need to. We actually move stuff around so it's not killing the grass underneath too much. Here's my temperamental golden rockin', or rockin' golden. I think it's a rockin' golden. She's happy today because she's been watered twice today. Our bean plant has popped. As you've seen in a previous video, we actually had 2 cracks in here. There were bean plants in those 2 cracks trying to come up, and I think it confused them and those plants died. And then all these little ants came up and started stealing, I guess, what was left of the bean plants. So this is our sole bean plant. It's actually a double. I'm super excited. I hope it survives. We stuck some peach limbs in here to see what happens. Corn. Trying to see. Nope, no water in there today. Corn. That might be. I think that is a little dab of water inside there. Oh my gosh, I just love it so much. This is that other possible potatoes. And then the watermelon. This is 3 watermelon plants all together in the same bag. It's amazing. Let's see if I can find you. There's one. Look at how it just reaches out and then grabs tight of whatever it can. There's another one. So excited. I just love all of this. I love all of the plants that are growing. I love all of our ideas and our experiments. Oh, here's the cucumber. It's got one, so okay, you can see there's 2 shoots here. There were 3. One of them broke off. That seems to have shriveled up. One of these shoots is producing these gorgeous green leaves. The other one is not so happy. So I voted on just letting it do its thing and see what happens. Mike wants to cut it back, take off the bad parts. And we're just gonna see what happens, unless he changes his mind on me. Peppers. These are my darling daughter's unbelievably hugely growing morning glory vining flowers. We have a exciting method we're gonna try. I have this idea to take some sticks and tie them together and make our own little trellis with them. We'll have to see if it works, but that's gonna be a weekend experiment. I'm pretty sure this one's also a pepper plant. More pepper plants. Our tomatoes though, kaboom. Look at them. You saw me plant these tomatoes with Mike. I don't remember which ones they are, but I know these 2 are the same breed and these 2 are the same breed. I think they're called breeds. Same types. Real quick, we've got peppers up here and an aloe plant and an aloe plant and a peach stick that actually started growing some green. So we think it's alive. We think it's got roots. All right, I pulled these down so that you can see them better. These are our herbs. We've got the arugula, chives, dill, sage. We think maybe we have one lavender growing, and we have English thyme. We also have basil, cilantro, garlic chives. We planted these, and it is just our luck. It rained right after, and I mean it rained right after. So these were very light, very small seeds. What we think happened is it rained way too much. It filled up with water. Those seeds came out and floated and then overflowed somewhere. So I'd love if mysteriously something else started to grow. Some parsley or the lemon balm or the lavender. But we're just gonna wait and see. The super neat thing is you can see the roots in here with these plastic cups we decided to grow them in. So awesome. If you have any tips on how we should be growing these, please let me know. I cannot wait to cook with my own herbs. I needed that walkthrough so much. I just had a moment where I'm constantly looking at things on the real estate apps and things I want to have, and I dive deep into that rabbit hole of thinking of all the things I wish I could do, and then I get hit with reality on what we can't do right now and what I need to do to get to the point to where we can do it. And it's like a tornado effect, and sometimes you just gotta step outside and look at all of this beauty that is around us. So I hope you enjoyed my little walkthrough. If you enjoyed this video and would like more, please subscribe to my channel. Please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you think of what we're doing, and I cannot wait to show you where we're going. And I know we're in the waiting period right now, but I know the other side has a lot greener pastures, if you will. So thank you so much for walking. Thanks so much for watching me walk through our garden.